Final topic today. It wouldn't be June if we didn't start firing off our hot takes for the season already. Ralph, let's go with three each here. I want
Okay.
your hottest takes going into next season. Now, in the spirit of you being in hot ass Jacksonville, Florida, I'm talking like some actual hot takes here, Ralph. I'm not gonna let you get a cop out. No cop outs
Okay.
whatsoever. They might sound crazy, but if you believe them, that's what it's all about. But they need to be somewhat scorching. Does that sound good?
That sounds great to me.
Do you want to lead us off?
I kind of did with my Cohen Carr being a first team All Big Ten guy, apparently.
Well, go ahead and talk to me a little bit more on that.
The idea of Michigan State does not have a clear-cut alpha. I think Cohen Carr has the physical tools that you cannot teach. We've already seen him develop a ton from a freshman to a sophomore year. I think we're going to see that again from sophomore to junior year. The fact that there's an opportunity for there to be a guy, and Izzo relied on him more and more as last season went on. I think there's a potential for him to be perhaps the best two-way guy in the country. Put him on first team All Big Ten, get some All American buzz in there as well. I think Cohen Carson for a huge year.
Ralph, damn it, I really hope you're right, and I hope this doesn't fall into your Houston take from last year. My so I had to get that in. My hottest take, or one of my hottest takes, is that Ryan Conwell is going to win ACC Player of the Year
Huh.
over all the Duke guys,
All right.
over all those guys, and also with a little caveat to that, a little two for one of my L's up here. Louisville wins the ACC.
I don't think that's that hot.
What about with Conwell winning ACC Player of the Year?
With Conwell winning ACC Player of the Year is that.
Is
Yes.
that there we go? There's my first hottest take.
Is
Mm.
Conwell going to be Louisville's best player?
Who will be?
I think you got a number of guys on that team who could be.
If they win the ACC, probably going to give it to the best player. I think Ryan Conwell will be the best player. I think it'd be, if I had to rank it, it'd be Conwell. See, the thing is, like, I like some of the front court guys. Like, I like Frew a lot. But
Like
if I'm ranking the guards, I'd probably go Conwell, Brown, Woolley, McNeely.
I think that's fair, but I think you could. I think there's a very good chance Michael Brown becomes the best guard on that team. I think there's a good chance Woolley becomes the best guard on that team. There's a good chance Conwell is too. But like, if you're not the best guard on your team, or there's not a question, if there's a question for the best guard on your team, it's hard to win Conference Player of the Year.
That's very true. I'm just noticing now that all my hot takes are surrounded by Conference Player of the Year, so I'm going ahead and get my second one out right here.
Okay,
Uh, Darren Peterson is Player of the Year in the Big 12.
I don't hate that.
That's over Debansa. That's over the Houston guy. That's over any Arizona guy. That's like he's freshman of the year in the conference and also player of the year.
I'll stick in the Big 12 for my next one.
Please.
I think Baylor is one of the last four teams in the tournament.
So everyone's just fading Scott Drew this year, huh?
I hate that roster. The reason I have them not missing the tournament is because of Scott Drew.
Really?
Really, I think they have not played defense since Jerome Tang left, and they've been buoyed by a first round guard the last 3 years. They do not have.
Mm. So you don't like the transfer guard from Wyoming and the stretch four, was it Rataj from Oregon State? None of those guys?
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York. Well,
Bang.
that's New Jersey.
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
I mean, we thought Jeremy Roach and Norchad Omi were going to be enough to have them be a top five team last year.
Tunde Yesufu, no, doesn't do anything for you.
Doesn't do anything for me.
Man, all right, Ralph, that's fine to say. This the Scott Drew hate's just getting out of this, not hate, but like I feel like a lot of people are saying like this might be the tipping point for like Scott Drew, and it's kind of like little teeter of mediocrity the past couple years.
Every coach has that point where it's just like it seems like they lose it a little bit. And
Hmm.
I have so much respect for Scott Drew. Taking the Baylor program from where he took a 2-2 national championship was insane. But I do think there was an impact to losing Jerome Tang. And I do think that there's a little bit of not complacency, but the idea of like having a whole bunch of guards that can do really good things. Like he was ahead of the curve on the versatile big man who could handle the ball. He was ahead of the curve on, running, 3, 4 guards out there. But now that's kind of the norm. And there isn't the next thing he's on.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of substance there with that, so I can't argue with that. So, Ralph, a little twist here. I had my last hottest take as a tie. I'm gonna let you decide which one is hotter, but let
Okay.
it be known, I believe both.
Okay.
My first one is that Lamar Wilkerson is first team All Big Ten. My second one is that Ohio State finishes top four in the Big Ten.
The Ohio State one is significantly hotter.
Significantly hotter.
Yeah. Please sell me on that.
Okay, so when you actually look at the talent on this basketball team, like I know that Diebler has struggled, but one, Diebler's won in Mackey. Takes a tough coach to win in Mackey. With that said, I do look at players in the talent. Like Bruce Thornton is extremely talented. Like Mobley coming back, that's talented. They got rid of the bad front court players. I like Tilly, the transfer from Santa Clara. I like Devin Royal on that basketball team. I just think that they have kind of I think they eventually just put it together with the talent on their team. And like this is a big, massive bet on Diebler, which is terrifying, really terrifying. But they get rid of Michi Johnson. They get rid of some other guys on this bet. Like they get rid of Sean Stewart and they get rid of Aaron Bradshaw. I like Tilly and Devin Royal in the front court there, combining that with the guard play that they can have. I'm doing the unthinkable, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy Ohio State. I also like that international guy they got. Very interested to see how he kind of goes into the fold there, but I think I actually like the roster.
Okay. I don't agree.
It's okay. It'll come around eventually. It'll come around eventually. What's your last hottest take?
In the spirit of you having two, I also have two
Ooh,
that I will let you decide which one is hotter and gets
let's
included here.
hear it.
So one of them is that either Nate Oates or Todd Golden is coaching North Carolina at this time next year.
Okay, that's pretty hot.
I think there's a good chance Ian Jackson and Drake Powell get Hubert fired this year.
How do they get it? He's gone. What you mean?
I think Ian Jackson's going to be awesome at St. John's. I think Drake Powell is going to drastically outperform his draft position. And
Oh,
if UNC is like 23-11,
mm. Okay, you know what? I like them both. I
yeah.
think it's hotter that Todd Golden or Nate Oates ends up being the coach at North Carolina
Well,
next.
I haven't given you my number two yet. That's all
Oh,
included
that's
in
all. That's
because
all one.
Hubert's got to get fired,
Oh
and
wow.
then
Okay, yeah.
Todd Golden or Nate Oates take
You got
over.
a hot take with a lot of legs. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
The next one is that the Final Four will be Rick Pitino centric, including St. John's, Louisville, and Kentucky.
I think the first take is hotter, but that second take is also hot. I might just give you four because those are both hot takes. So you think Kentucky, Louisville,
And St.
and
John all
and
make the
St.
Final Four.
John's all make the. Actually, that one might be hotter. That might be hotter. I think that's the hottest one.
I think my dream Final Four for this year is those three and Purdue.
No Houston,
No Houston,
no BYU.
no BYU, just because it's in Indianapolis.
You want to see St. John's in the Final Four like that?
If Louisville and Kentucky are also there, and Rick Pitino is like championing both,
Why don't you put Arkansas in there? Let's make it all Patino connected. Honestly,
Arkansas
my
not making
my hot take
Arkansas not making the Final
my,
Four.
my hot take versus you might be that Arkansas goes further than Kentucky in the tournament.
I think we may need to be more worried about Arkansas making the tournament, but
Oh,
we'll see.
relax. You know what? Let me go ahead and end this before you upset me. Thank you for that hot take segment, Ralph.